And then, so Jimmy looked at the guitar, and there, you know, all of a sudden, there's Monterey. You know, Gabor Sawo's feedback is not as untamed, as more tame, because it's not dealing with the psychedelic acid mescaline configuration yet. He was more into the feedback like a drone. Because he listened to Indian music. So he used feedback as a drone instead of like a blackboard to paint colors on it. You know, that's the only way that I can describe the two individual approach to feedback. Gabor was very focused on Gabor. You know, I know that he stayed over at my house and we hung out, but I can tell that by his demeanor that, you know, he listened to other things, but not as much as he listened to his own stuff. In other words, like he was very, not self-centered, but he was on himself. You know, he only take from people just a little bit, enough what he needed. But with him, he could just grab Bang Bang, Sonny and Cher, My Foolish Heart, or Autumn Leaves, and just immediately make it sound like it's the first time you ever heard that song. It takes a very strong soul personality, not so much like an ego personality, but a soul personality to be able to put your fingerprints on somebody else's song. You know, Miles Davis said, My Fanny Valentine. Aretha Franklin said, I'm Eleanor Rigby, and I pick up the rice. And when she started singing it, you say she's Eleanor Rigby, you know. The Beatles wrote the song about her. Aretha took respect away from Otis Redding. You know, it's really hard once Barbra Streisand or somebody puts their mark on something as theirs, you know. So it takes a musician to come a whole other kind of way to do something with it. And he would play People or all kinds of other songs and immediately put his mark on it. You have to go home and turn off the TV, unplug the phone, unplug everything, and plug in yourself and disconnect yourself and then pull the song apart, put it back together. By the time you put it together again, people are going to say, man, you know, I heard that song many, many times, but I never heard it that way. Well, because we took the time. Individuality and uniqueness is very, very welcome. You know, it's a drag when you say, who's that? It sounds like, no. You know, you say, oh, that's Wes, or that's Jimmy, or that's John Lee, you know. It's more welcome like that, you know. So it's important that people do discover their own fingerprints. Gabor Sawo, when I saw him, every time he would turn into like a roly-poly kind of thing. He just go like that. I mean, Bill Graham used to call Eric Clapton one of the tightest dancers, close dancers. You know, he says, Eric Clapton dances really close, you know. But Gabor was the same way, you know, they get into this kind of thing. Even though they're standing up, they're kind of, I don't know how they do it, kind of like that, you know. And next thing you know, they're in another world and you're in another world.